I'm so glad that you guys are all here. I'm Julie from JulieDavison.com, and today we're going to play with the April Paper Pumpkin Kit, My Wonderful Family. I just finished printing out the case insert. You guys know that Paper Pumpkin posts the case insert, so I just printed this on copy paper and just slide it into an empty case, and it's got the image of the stamp set on the back and then the image of the Paper Pumpkin projects in the front, so you can store your Paper Pumpkin stamp sets on the shelf with all your other stamp sets. Isn't that awesome? I will post the link to the stamp case insert in the video description. As soon as I'm done, I'll get all of those pasted in there. So this is just a really great way to store your Paper Pumpkin stamp sets, and it even has the kit name there on the side. So show me a heart, a like, raise your hand, wave, whatever, if you got this kit in the mail. This would have come, when did mine come? About a week ago? I think I actually got two kits. One so that I could make projects ahead of time, and the second one so that I could open it live and show you what it looks like intact. So, oh, look at all those hearts. Yay. Okay, so if you don't have this kit, but you want it, I have this one that's extra. So let me know. You have to be in the US. Just let me know, and I can hook you up with my extra kit if you didn't get yours. This was just an advertisement. This was before they revealed the colors. So we had a black and white ad that talked about, you know, how the new kit was going to be in color, the in colors, and then I just showed you, kind of janky, but I showed you the sneak peek graphic on the Paper Pumpkin website. So, as always, our Paper Pumpkin kits include a free stamp set, and look how big these are. I shouldn't say a free stamp set. It's included in your kit. It's part of the price of the kit. So you get a stamp set. And it's I think a generous size stamp set. You also get an ink spot. So this month comes with Pear Pizzazz. This is separate from the kit contents. It's pink ribbon, which we're going to use on some of the projects. And then your kit comes, look at this, it's so pretty in tissue paper. It's like a gift. I love this. And if you are tired of being stuck at home, Paper Pumpkin is a gift you should give yourself. You should subscribe so you get this little treat in the mail and you can enjoy some paper crafting, a creative escape without having to really think about what you're doing. It's like a class in a box. I love it. I love that it comes with a stamp set. I love that it comes pre-designed. So let me show you what comes in the Paper Pumpkin kit, and then I'm going to show you I have 6 alternative projects that I'm going to share with you today. So I don't want to use up this kit, and I've used up a lot of my other kits, so I'm not going to be making the samples as they're supposed to be, but I wanted to show you what they look like. So this kit includes 8 full-size cards and envelopes. So we've got, this is a family theme. So this says, I'll always be here for you. And this other one says, family where life begins and love never ends. I'm going to show you the pieces of these kits as we turn them into other cards. But if you wanted to make the cards just as they come in the kit, that is certainly an option. So let's slide out and see what we've got in here. If you've never seen Paper Pumpkin before, you get instructions with pictures. And there's also a link to the YouTube channel where you can see a video of them putting together the kit. There's some alternative designs, which I like how they've started including those. So if you want some help thinking outside the box, Paper Pumpkin does that. And then if you subscribe with me, I send my subscribers a PDF with 10 to 12 more ideas using the kit contents to make alternative projects. And I work with some other demonstrators. And so we provide that exclusive perk to our own subscribers and also our team members. So in this kit, we get some die cuts. We've got these die cut leaves. We've got die cut labels. And then some more die cuts, the trees. And then we've got these card bases. More die cuts. So these card bases are a little bit different this month, and I wanted to kind of show you. This one, it's kind of backwards because it is a Z fold, and it's a little confusing like what you're supposed to do with it. This actually, the long part swings back out to the front, and then it folds back. And that's how this card is supposed to be. And then this piece goes on the top like this, and it adheres just to that front flap. And then you decorate it with the leaf and the ribbon and the tag and the butterfly. This is the one piece I didn't use on any of my cards because I felt like I didn't want to cover it up, and I really had some hard time. Let me show you really quick. I didn't turn them into cards, but I did kind of experiment a little bit. So one thing that I did was to stamp the tree. From the stamp set, I stamped the tree on here, and I used soft seafoam ink, which is not the ink that's included. I used a different pad, so it was really light and it kind of blended into the background, but then I just wasn't sure what to do with that. I also tried cutting it apart, but like the top one is okay. Life's greatest blessings begin and end with family. The letters got cut off at the bottom, and you can see them here like on the other ones. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these pieces yet. I might just put it on the inside of a card. But that's how you do this Z fold. It's kind of weird because it comes backwards and you fold it forward and then back. And then the other card base is, I think, unique as well because it has a little flap that folds up. And there's nothing that really holds the card closed. It just is kind of an off-center gatefold card. So kind of unique folds, which is fun, I think, than just having like standard regular folds. So let me put this all back together. We get some pearls in here, some adhesive including dimensionals and glue dots, and we have our ribbon. So all this comes in the Paper Pumpkin kit. And like I said, it's designed to make 8 cards, but you can use the materials to make other projects and do other things, you know, however you want. So you might get more projects, or usually I get more. I don't know that I ever get less. I'm only showing you 6 today, but I still have a lot more pieces in my kit that I haven't used. Okay, oops, I forgot to get the tree stamp out. Let me pull my, oh no, it's in the box. So this tree stamp has a small trunk, but for the card, the tree card, you're using it to stamp twice, and it matches up with these flowers, so it's easier without ink on it. But we're gonna give it a shot with ink. So Pear Pizzazz is the color that came in the kit, and I'm just gonna get out my big pad. I like to keep my little ones sealed up so that I can give them away as door prizes or little gifts. Okay, so I am going to try to line up those, like, they're not really flowers, they're leaves, but on here they look like flowers. And they're printed on here as sort of a guide. Each one of these yellow dots is supposed to be in the middle. So as I'm looking through my stamp, I'm kind of trying to line up those yellow dots in the middle because I can't really see, I can't see the green leaves as my guide as much, and it's not perfect, but it's close enough. Let me try to turn it this way and get the other side. So the tree on the designed card is meant to have like 2 halves to make a whole, and then the tree trunk goes over it. So in this card, it's designed to be like this. Let me get some of my other pieces out. And then this would be on the flap, and then there's another banner piece. But like I said, this doesn't stay closed, and so I don't really understand, is this supposed to attach to here? Is it supposed to attach to here and then hang over this? So what I did was I just cut off this piece, and I made 2 cards out of this card base. So let me get my paper trimmer out. I'm going to bring it in, and I'm just cutting on the score line. Okay, now here I've got like a little extra score, so I'm just going to cut a little more so that it has like a clean edge. Okay, so we're going to save this for the next card, and the piece that we're going to use on this card is just the tree that I stamped, but I want to trim it down just a little bit. Right now it's 4 1/4, which is the standard size for a card base. I'm going to put this onto a piece of old olive, and it goes all the way across, but I don't want it to go all the way across, so I'm going to trim a little bit off the sides. So I'm going to trim 1/4 inch off of each side so that the card top is 3 3/4 inches. Okay. And then that's going to go onto the old olive card base. And then I think a little liquid glue on the tree branches. This is my liquid glue that's not working well. Have you guys heard that we have new adhesive coming out? I'm really excited about it. It's called Stampin' Seal. So it is going to replace the snail adhesive, which has been, I don't know, I liked snail. I use snail a lot, but I know some people really don't like the way that it performs. So this new seal adhesive. Oh, before I glue that down, I just need to stick my yellow strip. I want that to go underneath the trunk. The seal adhesive is stronger and less likely to break and has a lot of really awesome advantages. Okay. See? I like this better. All right, so we're going to put our little butterfly on with mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And these come in the kit. I just grabbed the sheet that I had on my desk. I like this mini size because it fits these smaller embellishments like this butterfly really well. So that's going to go here in the tree. And you can use the butterfly to cover up maybe where it didn't line up just perfectly. Okay, and then for the words, I punched a 1 1/2 inch circle. This is not in the kit. This was an extra piece of cardstock. However, the label die cut is in the kit. So I'm going to stamp, I'll always be here for you. And sometimes, like, it's hard, maybe it's just me. Sometimes it's hard to see white on white. So I like to use a contrasting color so I can see through the stamp and see where I'm stamping. Distinguish the label from the work surface. Okay, so this is going to go on with dimensionals. Oops, I thought I had it in my finger. And then onto the circle. And then I'm just going to use the snail to put the circle on the card. Like that. And then one final touch is adding the little pearls. So these come in the kit, and I'm just going to put the yellow pearls on those yellow dots that are already on the cardstock. And it's evenly spread all around the tree, so I feel confident in not putting like too many too close together. I'm just following the guide. One more right there. Okay, what do you think? I really love the way this card turned out. This is, let me show you. I know I don't have one that's totally done, but you can see the original and my version. Now, there's another one. I'm going to skip ahead to another alternative sample. The first time that I tried to stamp that tree on the thing. I didn't line it up well at all. It was really a disaster. So I cut it off and I just flipped it over. So like it's on the other side of this. I flipped it over, I put it on this red cardstock, and then I used the tree as an outline, and I colored the back of one of the bird die cuts and put it in the tree. So I thought this would be really pretty for the winter. The polka dot tulle ribbon doesn't come in the kit, but the banner does. So the only things I added were the red cardstock and the white polka dot tulle ribbon. And the white polka dot tulle ribbon, I thought kind of looked like snow a little bit. I thought it was kind of a, you know, a nice tie-in, so a wintry feel. So here are two versions of that tree card. Oh, hi Mom, I see that you're watching. The next project, oh no, 2 more projects. It's kind of a sneak peek. I'm making a little gift box for a Mother's Day gift. So just like, I'll tell you when to close your eyes and not to look, or you can spoil your surprise. Okay, but moving back to that tree card, we have this piece left over. So let me show you what I did with this piece. I brought in another piece of cardstock. So this is just the same thing. I just had another one ready to go. I brought in another piece of cardstock, and this was one that I had an oops on, but the flap is going to cover it up. So essentially I'm trying to make a full card out of this flap card, and all I'm doing, this is a regular card front. It's 5 1/4, no, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and I'm just going to glue it onto the flap so that it replaces the card front that I cut off. Okay, so now it opens like a regular card, and we've got that little hint of color over here. This is shaded spruce. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to use another piece of the yellow polka dot border, and I'm going to put that down here on the bottom. And then I'm going to use some regular adhesive to glue the leaves on. And I'm going to put this on kind of diagonally. I love these little butterflies. So I'm going to put another one on this card. I think it ties in with the yellow banner at the bottom really nicely. And let's see, put them over here. And then I'm using a different die cut from the kit. So the only piece I'm adding on this card is that cardstock piece. All the other little pieces are coming from, coming right from the Paper Pumpkin kit. I'm using shaded spruce ink to stamp the sentiment. It says, I'm glad you are my family. Love that. And then a piece of this ribbon, which I think is Rococo Rose. So pretty. I'm going to put it down here. I want my ribbons to be slightly different lengths so that they just stand out a little more. So I'm just going to trim that top one down just a smidgen using some dimensionals on the tag. And that's going to go there. And then to finish this off, I'm going to add a couple of the yellow pearls. What do you think of this one? Now, when I originally made this sample, I used soft sea foam because the soft sea foam is the color, that's the color that this is. This is soft sea foam, and it's Pear Pizzazz on the top. So I did the soft sea foam, but then when I was preparing for the video, I thought, I wonder how mint the mint macaron would look, because that's a color that we're using on some of the other cards. And the that Z fold, let me show you that. This card, this is mint macaron. So I don't know, which one do you like better? This is the mint, and this is soft seafoam. So leave a comment and tell me, do you like the mint better, or do you like the soft seafoam? So this or that, mint or seafoam. Leave a comment and let me know. And I just remembered we need to do a little drawing for one of the cards. So we'll do that. We'll do that after the next project. So don't go anywhere. Okay, Donna says mint. Bonnie says both greens. Belinda says soft seafoam. Sheila says mint. Cheryl says mint. Sheila says soft seafoam. Sharon says mint. You guys are really split on this. Janice agrees on the mint. Becky says mint. I kind of favor the seafoam. Like, I like the lighter, but I usually like mint with the shaded spruce, which is why I picked that one. Sometimes I like it when you guys are split, because that's how I feel all the time. Like, I can't decide. So it makes me feel better when you guys can't either, or when you can't agree anyway. You can individually decide, but sometimes you can't all agree. You like both. I love the way this card turned out. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our next project. And Mom, this is the one that is for you. So if you don't want to see it, then close your eyes or click away or come back or just watch, and then you'll know what you're getting. Okay, so for this one, I do like the Z folds. Right, this is how the card is supposed to be, but I thought it would be kind of fun to do something different. And so I wrote up my measurements. I'll include them in the description of the video at the end, but my handwriting is kind of messy, so I'm not going to put that on camera right now. So what I did was I wanted to make a little gift box. So I'm going to start by scoring. I'm adding some scoring lines. I'm adding a scoring line where the mint macaron pattern ends. Let's see, score at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to score now at 3/4 of an inch this way. So I'm going to move my score line and put it at 3/4 of an inch and score again. So I have a score line on the outside of the pattern. And then I'm going to score another 3/4 on the outside of the next fold, which is this one. So I'm lining this one up at 3/4. And I'm going to score again. And then I'm going to cut off the last section all together. Okay. I'm cutting off the last section, so I've got this done. I'm going to do some pre-folding. So it's going to fold up to be a gift box like this. So what we need is the sides. So for the sides, I'm going to cut from this piece. I'm going to cut this down to 2.5 inches. And then, let's see, I'm going to score at 5/8 inch. Oh no, I just did that wrong. You know what? It's going to be fine. Let me cut my pieces first. I'm going to confuse myself. Is that going to work? 2.5 inches by 1.5. So I should have cut my pieces before I did the score line, because I did the score line wrong. But that's okay, because I have some extras. So I'm going to get out my other piece and cut another one. So from that leftover piece, you want to cut 2 pieces that are 2.5 inches by 1.5 inch. And then you're going to score at 5/8 inch from either side. so that you have two pieces to make the side of the boxes. So let's put this aside, and we're going to use tear and tape. Give these a good score, or a good fold on a score, I mean. And you want tear and tape on both of these side pieces. Do you guys like to make 3D, or do you mostly make cards? I know a lot of feedback that I've seen about Paper Pumpkin is that you prefer the card kits over the 3D projects. And so over time, Paper Pumpkin has listened, and they do mostly card kits. They do a couple 3D kits each year, but not very many. So I thought this was kind of a fun idea to show you how you could turn a card into a 3D project. Okay, so we're going to put the sides on our boxes, and we'll start by lining this up. Oh, I feel like that's too long. Well, this was 2.5 inches, so maybe you want to go like 2 3/8 of an inch. And then this is going to, so the bottom is not adhered, it's kind of open, but it's going to hold, you know, whatever gift you have in there. There's nothing, I'm trying to say there's nothing that holds that down. Maybe my problem was I didn't have it down all the way. I'm going to try a new piece of sticky strip. I always got to tear something apart in my videos. Yeah, I think it would have been okay. I think 2.5 is the measurement you want. We'll see how the other side lines up. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way about the 3D projects, as they just feel like they don't have a use for them, right? They don't have people to give them to. But I've also heard some really creative ways that some people use and share the 3D projects with friends at church, or with senior communities, neighbors, teacher gifts, class treats. But I always like to take the 3D kits and make them into cards too. So it goes both ways. You can always use your Paper Pumpkin pieces to make whatever kind of project you want. Okay, we have a little box now, and so the next thing we're going to do is to create the little thing to hold the flap down. So this is going to be, I want to get my decorations on it first. So I'm going to do a little piece of ribbon. Probably want to cut that down. Right at the top. And then the really fun part about this stamp set is that it's called My Wonderful Family, and it has words in here like son, dad, mom, brother, sister, daughter, and so there's a to my wonderful, and then you could combine it with those words. And there's also Happy Mother's Day and Happy Father's Day. So this is really great for creating cards for those upcoming celebrations. And I'm going to stamp this tag for my mom. I'm going to use, let's see, oh, I need to get my black ink. So I'm throwing it everywhere. I'm going to do Happy Mother's Day in the center of the tag. And then I'm going to use the mint macaron. And on the top, I'm going to stamp Mom, just to personalize this. And then I'm going to stamp the little leaf. This is from the same stamp set. And so we've got 2 leaves on either side. And then I'm bringing in the frosted flower embellishments. These are from the annual catalog, and they are, I'm going to use the pink ones. They are retiring, and I'm actually, this is the free gift that I'm giving to my customers and team. My customers who order $40 or more get a project kit and a free gift from me. So they will get some of these frosted flowers along with something else. And then my team has the option to subscribe to get those kits for $5 a month. So that's really awesome. A fun perk for being on my team. I'm using the Rococo Rose Stampin' Blends to color on the flowers, and then I have just the right number. I'm going to put 2 of the little pearls, get in there, in the centers of the flowers. And then these are self-adhesive. They already have a glue dot on them. So I'm gonna transfer them over to my tag. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm gonna add, I'm gonna use tear and tape to stick the tag here. And then this is going to go on the box with Stampin' Dimensionals along the bottom so that it holds, look at this, I have a whole bag of edges. It holds the box flap in place. So this is going to go only on the bottom edge. And then this is going to go on the box like that, so that the flap kind of tucks inside, and that holds it in. I wanted to just do one little decorative touch, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to taper the box flap. So I'm just cutting, and I just kind of eyeballed it. But after you cut one side, then you take it and flip it around as your guide to cut the other side so that they're even. That's how you get even tapers. Get in there. I like just the pop of white there. What do you think of that cute little gift box? So here is the original card. Let me show you that paper. I think you can see it better. I used this card base to make the Happy Mother's Day gift box. And I screwed up so many times trying to design it that I didn't have any more of the card bases left. One time when I was trying to score, I cut instead. Oh my gosh. So I have the flap pieces. So here's a card I made using the flap from the Z-Fold card. This is shaded spruce cardstock that I added, and the Whisper White cardstock is 3.5 by 5 inches. Is that right? Yeah, 3.5 by 5. And then I have two more cards for you. And this one I shared already. I used the stamp set. So the stamp set has this awesome tree and the trunk. So I used that to make this for a color challenge a week or two ago, and I decided I wanted to make a different color variation to go better with some of the projects I shared today. So I decided to switch out the, instead of Bermuda Bay, I used Night of Navy, and then instead of mango, I used crushed curry, because that's the yellow that's in the kit, is crushed curry. And then I have, I used Old Olive cardstock, but it's actually Pear Pizzazz ink. I guess my Pear Pizzazz is just really juicy. Do you guys like the brighter version, or do you like the darker version? If I hadn't put the polka dot ribbon, you might be able to say it was a masculine card without the ribbon. The colors, I think, are more masculine with the navy. So tell me which one you like better. Do you like Bermuda Bay or Night of Navy? So this is this or that, Bermuda Bay or Night of Navy. And while you guys are voting, I'm just going to bring in all of my projects so that you can see what we made. I really had fun with this kit. You know, I have to be honest, the first time that I saw the kit and opened it up, I kind of felt really limited because there were only 2 card designs and not a lot of extra pieces. But once I really dug in and started playing, I really had fun and enjoyed this kit. I hope you guys are enjoying your kit too. Okay, so I'm seeing Navy, Bermuda Bay. Sharon likes the brighter card. Navy, Bermuda Bay. You guys are split on this one too. Some of you like the darker version and some of you like the brighter version. It's really split without counting. I'm not sure that either one is a clear winner. But I would like to send one of these cards to one of you who are watching live here on Facebook. So I am going to pick a number. No, I know what I was going to do, because this kit is all about family. I want you to tell me how many people in my family have been a demonstrator at one time or another. Now you guys know, because I've mentioned it a lot, that Mom is a demonstrator, so there's at least one. But the number is somewhere between 1 and 10. So I want you to guess a number. The first person that I see that guesses correctly, I will send them one of the cards that I've made. So I have been a demonstrator for 18 years, and it was shortly after I signed up that Mom signed up. And so she's been a demonstrator for almost 18 years. And in that 18 years, we have had several of our family members join as demonstrators. So Jenny says 3, Becky says 3, nope, Bonnie says 4, Marianne says 3, Jill says 7, Donna got it right, it's 5. Can you believe that, guys? So when I first joined as a demonstrator, shortly after Mom joined, and shortly after that, my sister-in-law, she joined as a demonstrator for a little while, and it was Donna, right, that saw it first? Yes, or that said it first. Okay. So my sister-in-law joined for a little while, and then a long time ago, my older sister joined for a little while. She was a demonstrator, and she's not really big into stamping. So it was kind of an interesting thing. She took some customers for my mom who lived near where she worked, and she didn't stay a demonstrator very long, and it was interesting because she didn't want to buy everything like most demonstrators do. So the money that she made, she just got to put in her pocket and keep. So that was really kind of fun. My other sister, my younger sister, also joined for a while, and then she dropped, but she is currently an active demonstrator. And my sister-in-law on my other side, my brother's wife, is currently also a demonstrator as well. So currently we have 3 members of our family, well, my family. So besides me, there are 3, Mom and Amy and Angie. And then in the past, we've also had Yvonne, my older sister, and my sister-in-law, my husband's sister in the past have joined. So besides me, 5 others, which is pretty amazing. So if you're interested in learning more about joining my wonderful stamping family, then I will leave a link to information in the description of this video. We have an amazing team, over 100 demonstrators across the country. So it doesn't matter if you're down the street like Bonnie or if you're across the country like Kim. We have just such an awesome team, and I would love for you to be part of my wonderful stamping family. That is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed all of my alternative projects. And if you are crafting and stamping with your paper pumpkin, I would love for you to share your alternative projects in the Julie Stamping Spot Share and Connect group. So I'll include a link to the group in the video description as soon as I'm done. If you're not part of that group, come and join us. We're having so much fun sharing over there. And I posted a puzzle earlier today. So we have some non-stamping things going on as well, and some fun things that we do. So for now, that's it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will be seeing you real soon. Definitely Thursday night at 7:10 p.m. Come back for Thursday night stamp therapy. Have a great day.